What's up everybody, my name's Rob Simmons and welcome to my channel. I am back with Team StarKid's web series Nightmare Time, episode 2. I'm going to start off with Forever and Always. I know you probably noticed that this reaction is probably shorter than the video itself. Well, since the episodes are longer with 2 stories each, I decided for several reasons, some of them technical, to divide into 2 parts. That way I can react to one story at a time and it'd be easier for me to do it that way. Plus I can focus on reacting to and critiquing one story at a time. And the last 2 episodes in the first video were highly entertaining, really well written and acted, since it's basically a cast members reading the scripts because they were separated because of COVID. But anyway, I'm very excited to see what Forever and Always has in store, so let's get to it. Don't know what to expect here. And if you want me to go back to doing both in the same reaction, let me know. Going back to Hatchetfield. Pretty much the Hawkins of Team StarKid. If you don't know what Hawkins is, it's the town in Stranger Things. Forgot about this theme song. Hope you're all dancing with me. Well, that's creepy. Oh, they all have great singing voices. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a great evil laugh. Excellent harmony. Boo.
Where'd he go?
The editing on this is superb. Even separated, Team StarKid has an excellent harmony. That got me hyped. Beautiful building.
Forever and always, forever I needed, forever I wanted something more to come true. Forever and always, forever I pleaded with the world that it see things from my point of view. The day we collided, all my plans had fell through. I finally conceded that fate had planned something new. It was forever and always you.
Oh, she has a gorgeous voice. Oh, let me turn down the brightness a little bit, guys. Sorry. A little bit more.
Your heart wasn't clenching, mine still broken too. My walls were collapsing, once defeated I knew it was forever.
Glitter in your hair. Oh, I love a great harmony, just like that.
How much time is left? I'm so in love that one day less than forever won't be enough.
So much I take back, I can't shake that. All the time we wasted with anyone but us.
Forever and always us.
So I'm guessing this is gonna be a love song.
And always us.
Yep, When It Rains. It's a love song.
Forever and always
Excuse me, love story.
us. Forever and always us.
Wow.
Crisp, clean
That was a
sunlight
great way to
streams
kick off
through
this
large
episode.
stained glass windows. A gathering of friends and family sits in the
Oh,
main
Lauren has a
hall
veil in her
of
hair.
Hatfield's Natural
I guess she's playing
History
a bride.
which has been booked for a very special occasion. Professor Henry Higgins officiates.
Who ends the list? And now, the bride and groom have.
Oh, he has a priest collar. That's nice.
Paul.
Paul Matthews stands dressed in a very handsome tuxedo.
He's even wearing
smiles down
it.
at his bride-to-be.
Hi, Emma.
Emma Perkins smiles back. Her dress is perfect. Her braided updo woven with flowers. In the crowd, Bill Woodward dabs his eyes with a hanky. A woman
Aww.
with curls and cat-eye glasses, Sylvia, takes his arm.
Oh, Billy, isn't it so romantic?
Behind them, a man in a hurry checks his watch.
I wish they just kissed already.
Paul unfolds a piece of paper and starts to read.
Wow. Here we are. Seems like it was only yesterday when I walked into a local coffee shop for a cup of black coffee. No cream, no sugar.
That sounds familiar.
And there you were, working at the register. And you were very rude to me.
The crowd chuckles.
And yet, I found myself coming back to Beanie's the next day. And the day after that. And every day after that. For a while, I told myself it was for the coffee, but who am I kidding? It was bad coffee.
Coffee is shit. We spit in it sometimes.
Ew.
The truth is, what kept me coming back, time after time, was a girl. A girl who gets chatty when she's stressed. A girl who can make you laugh while she's wiping down a counter or brewing a pot of decaf. A girl whose smile can make your heart sing. Even if you don't like musicals.
There it is.
I was born here in Hatchetfield. I never had any kind of aspirations for myself.
I need to keep adjusting the brightness. Sorry,
I
guys.
never really wanted anything. Until I met you, Emma Perkins. You gave me a purpose. Because I want to be a man who's worthy to stand up here with you. And I vow to do everything in my power to be that man. I love you, Emma Perkins. The latte hottie. My wife!
The crowd loved that one, especially Ted.
Beautiful vows.
Yes! That's fucking Borat, dude!
Forever and always.
Emma?
Emma unfolds her own vows and starts to read.
Wow. Here we are. You know, I remember the night before my sister Jane got married. I was on the phone with her, trying to talk her out of it. Sorry, Tom.
In the crowd, Tom Houston is not amused.
Uh-huh.
I said, "You're really gonna let this hairy Yeti man hog half your bed, filling it with his farts for the rest of your life?" And that's how it was for the
Also
rest of her
sounds
life.
familiar.
But I don't think she'd have it any other way. If I could go back in time and talk to a younger Emma Perkins, I'm sure she'd tell me there's no worse fate than settling down and getting married in Hatchetfield. To which I'd say, could be worse. You could be getting hitched in Clivesdale.
This sends the crowd into a celebratory frenzy. Bill shouts, "Fuck Clivesdale!"
Yeah. Fuck them.
And I'd tell her, relax, you haven't met Paul yet. But now I have. And I find myself doing things I never thought I would. I think it's because there's this part of me I didn't know before. The part that wants to save money.
I'm using
instead of blowing
a
it on
combination of a
another hiking
backlight and
trip.
lighting from the window. That's
The
why it
part of me
keeps
that
going
thinks it's a huge
brighter and darker.
turn-on that you just have a boring office job that you don't like, but you do it anyway because it gets us health insurance. I never had insurance before you, Paul. I never used to think about the future. Now I think about it all the time. I want to thank you for introducing me to that Emma. I know who I am now.
Aww.
I'm Emma Perkins. And I love you, Paul Matthews. Forever and...
Liar!
What?
Everyone turns to find a homeless man standing in the aisle.
Whoa,
I
boy.
said you
That took a twist.
Are a fucking liar!
Excuse me, who let that guy in here?
You think I don't know? Huh? You think I don't remember? I've seen the plan. You aren't Emma Perkins!
Tom gets up and takes the man's arm.
All right, pal, it's enough.
Get off me! Were you taking me? That's not Emma Perkins! That's not Emma! Spare change for the homeless? That's not Emma!
Tom escorts the homeless man out. Ted watches them go.
What a loser, right?
I'm sorry for the interruption, everyone, but the show must go on.
That transition was
Emma,
smooth.
you were saying.
Emotions for Emma to continue, but she's shaken.
I'm sorry.
She turns and runs off.
What?
Emma?
Paul follows her. He finds Emma on a bench in an empty hallway. She's crying, her head in her hands. He approaches, lightly touching her shoulder.
Emma, are you all right? I'm so sorry. I don't know how that homeless man got in here, but I'm gonna have a word with the venue.
No,
And-
it's not that, Paul. It's just the reality of all this is hitting me for the first time.
I know. It's crazy. But I'm right here with you.
Oh, I can't do this.
Emma. No.
Unless, if this marriage is going to work, it needs to be built on trust, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand, it is hard for me to be 100% honest with anyone. I have a confession to make, but I'm afraid to tell you what it is.
Hey, you never have to be afraid with me. You can tell me anything and I'll only love you more.
You
Aww.
I'm positive.
sure? Okay. Here goes. I'm not Emma Perkins, and I never was.
What? I had a feeling the homeless guy was right.
Emma Perkins is dead.
Huh?
She was on a backpacking trip in Guatemala. I was there too. She was on a bus, there was an accident. She didn't make it. And we were staying at the same hostel. She'd left her things there. Her phone rang and I answered it. It was her brother-in-law, Tom. He was in tears. His wife, Jane, Emma's sister, had also just died. And he started talking to me like I was Emma. I didn't have the heart to tell him that she was gone too. He invited me to Jane's funeral, and I don't know why, but I went. It had been so long since Emma had left home, I guess I looked enough like her that everyone just accepted me. God, and it felt so good. I never had a family, Paul. I never had anyone. So one thing led to another, and then I met you.
And she's dropping this bomb on their wedding day.
Let me get this straight, Emma.
Again, I'm not Emma. You can keep calling me that, but I am not her.
No, what's her real name?
Okay. So, you stole this woman's life?
Well, I don't think about it like that. It's more like what I did with her phone. I found something that no one was using, I picked it up, and I kept it.
This is a big reveal.
Yeah, it's a huge weight off my shoulders. But remember, Paul, I'm the woman you fell in love with. Why should it matter if my name isn't really Emma Perkins? That doesn't change who I am now. That doesn't change what we have.
But all these people think you're someone else.
I know. I don't blame you if you hate me now. I don't blame you if you want to call off the wedding.
Her head falls back into her hands. The tears stream down. Paul knows that this moment will define the rest of his life. What kind of man is he going to be? He kneels down beside her and takes her hands in his own.
Sweetheart, look at me. I love you. Whether your name is Emma...
It's not.
Or whatever it is. I made a vow to you.
Wow.
The woman I met at Beanie's. You don't need to hide anything. I'll accept you for who you are.
He's a saint.
Who you
He
were.
really is.
Paul, never ask me who I really am. Don't do it. Don't you ever ask me that. If you ask me,
I take
I'll
it back.
have to tell you. And I hate to think what would happen then.
If I were him, I would run.
Whoever I was before will never affect our lives going forward. It may as well have never happened. I will love you until the day you die. But until then, you will know that I am not Emma Perkins. If you can accept that, then marry me. Right now. Do you accept that, Paul Matthews? Do you?
I do.
Wedding bells ring. Paul and Emma kiss. Their family and friends rejoice.
Isn't me or is Paul crazy for going through with this?
Paul kicks open the door to their hotel honeymoon suite. With Emma in his arms, he carries her across the threshold, and they both fall onto the bed, kissing deeply.
I love you, Mrs. Matthews.
I love you too, Mr. Perkins.
Aww.
Is that how we're doing it? Take each other's names?
Just an idea.
Emma pulls him into another loving embrace. For the next week, they rent a lake house at Starry Cove, turn off their phones, dream of the future, and enjoy that fresh marital bliss. It's almost too good to last. When the honeymoon's over, Paul returns to his job at the shadowy tech conglomerate. Coven
Yep, bow tie's coming off, veil's coming off, honeymoon's over.
CCRP. He steps off the elevator and heads for his cubicle, passing a woman with curls and cat-eye glasses, Sylvia, the receptionist from the top floor.
Hey, Sylvia.
She waves awkwardly, and her hands are full of architectural blueprints and a strange device, something like a Geiger counter. Her phone is cradled between her ear and shoulder. She speaks into it.
Yeah, I got the floor plan open. Okay, directly over lab C8 would be... Oh, God. No, thank you. I'm not going into that office without a hazmat suit. No, No, I'm not afraid of a possible temporal distortion. It's Benkovsky's office. He's made the whole thing radioactive. The guy whacks off in there, I just know it. I swear when they finally fire that bastard, I'm gonna have him nail the door shut. Just tell him I scanned it.
Later, Paul sits at his desk. One cubicle over, Bill Woodward is on the phone with his ex-wife.
Yeah, of course Alice can stay with me on her break. I prefer that, and so would she. What do you gotta do that's so important? France, huh? Riviera. You going alone or with Alan? Of course you are. Yeah, I'm seeing someone too, by the way. It is good for me. I think she's the love of my life. Well, I'm happy for me too. I'm just worried about you and Alan, because Sylvia and I don't need to go to France to feel romantic. Okay, bye.
He hangs up before she can respond. He sighs and turns to Paul.
Marriage is such a crock of shit. It was a lovely ceremony, by the way. Congratulations, Paul.
Was that your ex-wife?
Yep.
Too bright again.
I tell you, Paul, you think you know somebody, but when the ring goes on that finger, all the secrets start coming out. First, it's Alan's friend, a business associate. Then it's, all right, we kissed in college once. Before you know it, it's sorry, but I never stopped loving him and I'm leaving.
Well, that's not going to happen to me and Emma. Emma and I don't keep... We only keep secrets when we have to. But those secrets will not affect our lives going forward, she promised.
All I'm saying is, you better have a warranty on that fan. Because eventually, the shit's gonna hit it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday you're gonna have one shitty-ass fan on your hands.
Thanks, Bill. Well, I'm going to the Java Cafe.
Yeah.
You want anything?
Emma's secret's gonna come back to us. I know it.
I'm never going to Beanie's again. It's terrible.
Paul sets out in search of coffee. Outside the CCRP building, where he would usually turn right to head down the street to Beanie. Instead, he turns left. As he does, he sees something he wasn't expecting. Emma. She's beelining down First Street, looking just a little lost. Her hair's a messy braid, she's got a beat-up duffel bag and ripped jeans. Paul smiles and runs after her.
Emma! Hey, Emma!
Yeah?
Turns back to him. He leans in to kiss
Wait a
her
minute.
cheek.
Hey, baby.
Whack! She pushes
That's
him
the
away,
real Emma.
shocked, disgusted.
Whoa, back off, man.
Sorry, I was just giving you a kiss?
What is your problem?
Emma shouting
I knew
catches
it.
the attention of a passerby.
Excuse me, is everything okay over there?
No.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is not.
It's okay, sir. Emma, you can stop kidding around now.
He reaches to put a hand on her shoulder. She hits him away.
Get your hands off me, pervert.
Whoa.
Soon more people start to gather, glaring at Paul.
Hey, back off, buddy.
I am. If I could just explain.
Why don't you explain away from the lady?
I don't know why she's doing this. Emma?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
Very cute. Emma, very funny. I'll see you at home.
As Paul takes off down the street, Emma yells after him.
You stay away from me. You stay away.
Oh
That night,
boy, it's getting
Paul
juicy.
returns home to he and Emma's apartment.
And
She hears him come in.
this
and
Emma's not
calls
gonna
out
remember
from
it.
the kitchen.
Hi. I got a bunch of stuff today to try out some of the recipes in that vegan cookbook Zoe got us. Come try this.
What is your problem?
Why?
Mhm.
We talked
I knew
about
it.
going vegan, remember? Good for our bodies, good for the planet.
I'm not talking about that. You humiliated me today. Why? Why would you do that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you think it's funny to embarrass me, to scare me? Or...
How did I embarrass you?
I'd say it's pretty embarrassing to be called a pervert in public, right in front of the building where I work. Thanks for that.
Wait. You saw me today? By your work?
Yes. Now you're gonna act like I wasn't you?
She grabs his shoulders, looks him dead in the eye.
Paul? This is very important. Did you see me today or someone who looks like me? Think hard. Are you 100% certain it was me?
I'm pretty damn sure. Yeah, it was you.
God damn it. Shit. What a pain in my ass.
She storms through the apartment, grabbing her thing.
What are you doing?
I'm going out. Look, do you happen to own a gun by any chance?
No. No!
It's fine. I'll just take one of these knives that your friend Bill got us.
Whoa.
I mean, it sucks to use one like this because they're so nice, but they're the only knives that are clean, Paul. Could you at least do the dishes while I'm out?
She pulls a large knife from the rack and shoves it in her bag. Then she heads for the door.
Out where? What are you going to do?
Don't ask me that, Paul. You're not gonna like the answer, so don't ask.
Oh boy.
Listen, you clearly had a hard day. I'm sorry for that. Just relax. Have some dinner, play your video game. I'm gonna go take care of things, and then I'll come home and we can, I don't know, get a little sexy.
Oh boy.
Emma,
That'll turn him
you
on.
know just what to say to make me feel better.
Yeah, I'm your wife. I'll see you later.
I know it. There are two different
Less
Emmas,
than
and
10
she's gonna
minutes go by.
confront the other
There's a
Emma.
knock at the door. Paul opens it to find Emma, anxiously tapping her foot, her arms crossed.
You forget your key?
She pushes past him into the apartment.
Look, I don't know what's going on, but I want to get some answers.
Okay.
I want to know why the hell people think we're married. I want to know why everyone says I work at some place called Beanies.
She stops, noticing the frames on the wall, all of them filled with images of
Or
she and Paul.
does she have two identities?
What is this? Where did you get these pictures of me?
Oh, so now you're back to not knowing me? Is this my sexy treat? Some kind of kinky stranger role play? You know I don't like role play. It's too much like performing, which I will not do. You know what else I won't do? I'm not becoming a vegan. Maybe a vegetarian. I can live without chicken. I cannot live without cheese. If that makes me a weak man, then oh, I am a weak man.
I'm not your wife, dude! I don't know who this person is. They might look like me, but that is not me. She's trying to steal my life. She's trying to steal my life. Is she here right now?
You know, I think she is.
I knew
It's
it.
not safe
She has
here.
two identities.
Well, sweetheart, where would you like to go?
Sorry about that, guys.
Billiard balls crack together and bounce into the pockets of a dingy old pool table. Neon signs glow and smoke hangs in the air of the Birdhouse, Hatchetfield's infamous hole-in-the-wall pub and music venue. At the bar, Emma throws back a shot of whiskey. Paul watches.
Huh. Emma, I've never seen you drink like that.
Never seen me do anything, dude. I got back from Guatemala 2 days ago. I went through hell and high water to get here.
So Emma's not dead?
She told you I was dead?
Yes, you said you were dead.
Well, I almost was. I was heading to Tikal on this bus full of 30 people and 40 chickens. The driver's a maniac, making these crazy sharp turns on the edges of cliffs, and then one turn comes that's too tight. Driver slams on the brakes, but they're out. I go flying right off the edge. I'm the only survivor. Me and some chickens. And when I got back to the hostel, all my stuff was gone. Passport, phone, my birth certificate, my whole life was in that backpack. You know how hard it was to get back here without any of that shit? Only to find that some bitch has been living my life and doing it all wrong? She got me married? I am never getting married.
Yeah, you used to say that all the time.
She used to say that. I still do.
Right. I keep forgetting. You're not Emma.
No, I am Emma. She's not.
Right. Look, I don't know if this is some kind of a test or a strange joke, but all I can say is this better be leading to a very sexy surprise.
I don't know
I've
about
had
that.
half a beer, I'm tipsy, and I'm going to use a little boy's...
Paul heads off. Emma watches him go.
Little boy's room? God, I married a geek! No, I did.
Emma feels something sharp poke into the small of her back.
Wait, what?
Someone grabs her shoulder from behind and presses a large knife against her. The assailant leans forward.
So there really are two Emmas.
Don't turn around. You're not gonna like what you see,
Wait.
so just don't do it.
So are there also two
You.
Pauls?
You stole my life. What do you want from me? I want you to keep your mouth shut.
She's doing both characters
We're
brilliantly.
gonna have a little chat.
Emma's double yanks her from her bar stool and leads her toward the exit. This other Emma, the one who married Paul,
I have like
follows
3
close
theories
behind,
going on right now.
keeping the knife to Emma's back. Emma tries to plead with her.
Look, I won't tell anybody about you. Just give me my life back and leave town. God, you're stupid. Keep moving.
Before they get outside, however, the two identical women are stopped by a huge leather-clad biker.
Oh, either I'm seeing double or it's my lucky day. You two twins or something?
Sensing a chance to escape her knife-wielding doppelganger, Emma quickly encourages this man's advances.
We are twins. And we're looking for a good time. Help me. No, we aren't. We're married.
The other Emma holds up her wedding band. The biker grins and displays his.
Hey, I'm married too. That's what makes it fun.
Hell yeah, take me with you.
As Emma tries to fling herself at this disgusting thug, her double yanks her back.
Get out of my way, asshole.
Come on now. I got some friends by the pool table. Let me introduce you.
He starts to pull the real Emma away from her imposter and notices the knife.
Wow. That's a big knife for such a little lady, but it's not the size that counts.
From his pocket, he whips out a switchblade and flips it open. He
Oh, boy.
smiles at the imposter Emma. She frowns back.
Don't threaten me. You're gonna start something that I'm gonna have to finish. Kick her ass, dude! She's calling you out!
The biker pulls the real Emma away from the fake one.
Your sister's coming with us. Why don't you take that knife and get back in the kitchen, huh?
As this enormous man lumbers toward her, the imposter Emma rolls her eyes.
Oh, great. Here we go again.
The biker swipes at her with his switchblade. She dodges the weapon with inhuman speed and instinctually retaliates. She swings the large knife Bill got her as a wedding present. It makes contact with the biker's sinewy neck and hacks it through.
Ooh.
The thug severed head
Ouch.
flies from his body and splats onto a nearby table.
Ew.
Real Emma's eyes go wide.
Holy shit!
The other bikers by the pool table see what Emma's double has done, and they spring into action. Get her! A wave of burly, bearded men comes crashing at the other Emma.
They're gonna want revenge for their friend.
Every attack. Bar stools burst.
Oh.
The imposter Emma is
Sorry about that, guys.
200-pound goons across the room like it's nothing. She's chopping off limbs, decapitating people left and right.
Oh,
She is not a normal girl.
this is just perfect. Now no one here can live.
When all the bikers are dispatched, the Emma imposter turns her deadly skills on the few terrified witnesses. It's clear she doesn't want anyone left alive to tell what they saw. She jams a broken bottle into a booze hound's throat. She hurls a dart player into the jukebox. The bartender grabs the wall phone to call for help.
Hatcherfield Police, this is...
But before he can rat her out, the other Emma throws her knife into his skull. It pins him
Oh,
against
boy.
the wall. Soon, the only two left standing are a terrified Emma and her murderous double.
There. You happy now, Emma? Look what you made me do. Look at this fucking mess. How am I supposed to explain this to Paul?
Did Paul hear that when he was in the bathroom?
Come here.
Remembering he is in the restroom, Emma cries,
Help! Paul!
but the imposter is on her in an instant.
Don't you say his name.
She wraps her hand around Emma's neck and with unbelievable strength lifts her into the air.
You could have just died in that bus and made things simple for the both of us. You cut the brakes? Yeah. And now I'm going to cut something else.
Holy crap.
The imposter grabs a bottle, smashes it, and is about
Here
to
comes
stab
Paul.
the broken end
Come
into
on.
Emma's guts.
Save her.
Emma?
Oh. Hi, honey.
The imposter drops Emma as Paul emerges from the bathroom. He takes in the carnage, the blood-soaked bar, the dead bikers. He looks to his wife.
Oh my god!
You know, if this was a movie,
Oh my
it'd be
God.
rated R
Paul,
for that scene alone.
explain. You're drunk. You had half a beer and you're seeing things.
Smack! From behind the double, the real Emma appears,
Yes.
swinging a pool cue with all her might. The wooden stick cracks in half on the other Emma's head.
Emma!
The imposter rolls around and grabs Emma's throat.
Stop!
Emma raises the broken pool cue and jabs the jagged end into her double's eye.
Ooh.
Oh my god, Emma!
The Emma double reaches up and feels the shard of wood protruding from her eye socket.
Ow.
Amazingly,
Ouch.
no blood falls from the wound. Instead, a shower of electric sparks.
Oh, she's a robot.
Emma?
I thought she was an alien
The
or
imposter
a
Emma
wizard.
takes hold of the pool cue and starts to pull. The real one seizes Paul's arm and drags him toward the exit.
Come on, dude. Your wife's a crazy murderer. We gotta go. Now, now, now.
Emma?
He looks back to the other Emma as she rips the wood and her eyeball from the socket. Attached to the back of it is a mess of wires and circuits. Electricity flickers. Then Emma and Paul are out the door.
I'm imagining this in my
Moments
head
later,
and
they're in Paul's
it's making my
car,
head spin.
racing away from the birdhouse at top speed.
Told you. I told you. How's that for a surprise, huh? Sexy enough for you? Your wife's some kind of death machine.
A Terminator.
Oh, she's a good person.
She just killed everyone in that bar. And she's not gonna stop until she kills me.
Well, I'm not gonna let that happen. I love you, Emma. I mean, I don't love... this is very strange, alright? Very strange. Bill was right. I got a shitty fan.
Back at the bar,
Mm-hmm.
the other Emma is surveying a pile of corpses with her one remaining eye. She visually scans the faces of the dead bikers, looking for a potential match. Calibrating, potential match found. She kneels over a man with approximately the right size skull. She digs her fingers into the biker's face and pluck. She holds a bloody, wet eyeball in front of her empty socket. A spindly metallic probe juts out.
Oh, that's sick.
The end of it opens, revealing a whizzing drill head. It burrows into the back of the eyeball, connecting the organ to her biomechanical optic input systems. The Emma imposter inspects her new eye in the mirror. Blue, not brown, so her eyes are mismatched for the time being. She'll fix it later. Right now, she's got to cover some tracks. She grabs a container of gasoline from her car and starts dousing the bar and the bodies. All
Get rid of the
while she
evidence.
mutters to herself.
Can't believe this. Now I gotta burn down the birdhouse. I love this place.
Later, as she stands outside watching it go up in flames, she shakes her head.
You've taken my favorite bar, Emma Perkins, but I'm not letting you have my husband. Paul's not big enough for the both of us. He's barely big enough for one of us.
Later,
Wow.
light pours into the darkened hotel suite as the real Emma opens the door.
All right, you can lay low here.
Sorry about that, guys.
Paul follows her in. He looks around, immediately recognizing the room.
This is where you're staying?
Yeah?
Emma, the other Emma, booked this place for our wedding night.
Aww.
I see. She's a cheap ass too.
She's thrifty. Look, maybe we don't need to hide. If I could just talk to her, I'm sure I could work this out. She's a reasonable person.
Tell that to those bikers.
She's probably scared, okay? She'd never do anything violent unless she was threatened. And those bikers looked very rude.
You don't know her, man. She's a liar. She's walking around with my face, my life, my history. She even thinks like me. You know what I did today? I went in and got an application to work at Beanie's. And the lady there goes, "You don't need to apply. You've already got the job." I'm thinking, wow, that's really nice. Maybe this town changed while I was away. But nope, it's still as fucked up as ever.
Paul joins her on the sofa. He shrugs.
You know, I like Hatchetfield. Always have, always will. I'm a one-town kind of guy, I guess.
Emma looks at him, shaking her head.
This is amazing.
What is?
That she picked you.
Aww.
That means in some way, I would pick you. It's like, why?
I don't know. Maybe you had to be there.
Listen, I know you're having a hard day. Not worse than mine, but it sucks to be you right now. You seem like a nice guy. What she did to you is not fair. And you really saved my ass back there, so... I don't know. You want to get high and see where things go?
Get to know the real Emma. But the fake one's still out there.
She said to me the first night we made love.
Man, she's stealing all my moves. Anyway, you get what I'm hinting at. I mean, you're my husband, right? I'm curious. If I bought the car, I want to look under the hood.
You're not Emma.
No, I am Emma. She's not. She's a murderer who lied to you this whole time. And I haven't gotten any action since I left my boyfriend in Guatemala. He wanted to get married, it was getting too heavy, I had to get out of there. So, what do you say? We doing this or not?
Emma, it is tempting, but I can't.
Why not?
Whoever or whatever that other woman is, she's my wife.
Creak. The bathroom door slowly swings open, and the other Emma steps out of hiding, the knife in her hand.
Oh boy.
I'm proud of you, Paul. Holy shit.
Emma and Paul jump to their feet. The imposter narrows her mismatched eyes.
I knew Emma wouldn't be able to resist your charms. The question was, could you resist hers? And you did. How did you find us? It's the cheapest place in town without bed bugs. It wasn't rocket science, Emma. Damn. Well, how'd you know the room number? Are you kidding? Whenever possible, we always ask for the same room number. 311, our favorite band. Now, let's cut to the chase, shall we?
Paul's wife lunges for Emma. Emma dives out of the way. Blam! The imposter crashes into the sofa, slashing wildly. Emma grabs the standing metal lamp and swings for her double. Pow! Direct hit. The other Emma tumbles to the floor. The knife is flung from her hand. Thunk! It stabs into the wall, inches from Paul's head. The imposter grabs Emma and tosses her through a glass door into the bedroom.
Ooh, ouch.
She lands on the bed, cracking the headboard. Both Emmas, bruised and banged up, stare each other down. Emma spits blood. Her double's new eye sparks and twitches. They charge for each other, then...
What?
Emma! Stop! Paul stands there with the knife in his hand.
He's gonna be the hero. I know it.
He has had enough.
Stop it! Just stop it!
Both Emmas lift their arms.
Calm down, Paul. Put down the knife. No, Paul. Take that knife and stab her in the throat.
Why do I need to stab anybody? Why can't you two just get along?
The two Emmas stare at each other.
Oh, we're not getting along. You stole my life. You didn't deserve your life. You weren't living it, you were running away from it. only one of us is walking out of this room. Paul, I'm the real Emma. Do the right thing and give me my life back. What about our life, Paul? She's gonna destroy everything we have. What you have is a lie. What you have is a wife who loves you. I'm the woman you fell in love with, Paul. Well, you did it using my face and my name. I'm the woman you should be in love with, but she doesn't love you back. Who knows? I just met him. He looks all right. And Paul, you made a vow to me, remember? Forever and always.
I witnessed it.
Marriage is bullshit.
We witnessed it.
The Emmas creep closer. Paul backs away, sweating, panicking.
I'm the one to build something with, Paul. You can build something with me. I'm looking for investors. I'm gonna start a pop farm. We can start it together.
Stop it, you're confusing me.
Think of our home, Paul, our dreams, our past, our future. Paul, give me that knife. No, give me the knife, Paul. Give me that knife!
Paul can't
They both
take
said it
it
at the same time.
He raises the knife into the air. He lunges forward, thrusting the blade.
Paul, no!
Paul stabs. Again. And again.
Who did he stab?
Silence.
Wait, did he stab real Emma? Robot Emma?
The sun comes up over the Nantucket Bridge. On it, a woman's lifeless face is frozen in a final expression of terror. Her body is wrapped in thick plastic and heavy chains. Paul struggles to lift it over the side of the bridge. Then Emma leans down to help him. The only Emma that's left, that is. Together they
Which
dump
Emma?
the corpse into the water below. Plop. She sinks, never to be seen again. The remaining Emma turns to Paul, smiling, with mismatched eyes.
I think you made
Oh no.
It was the only choice I could make. Now, you're going to do something for me. I want you to tell me who you really are.
Let's find a place to sit down.
Paul sits with Emma. Not the real Emma, but the one he married. They're on the shore of the lake, water gently lapping on the rocks nearby, as she concludes her harrowing tale.
So I killed my creators and ran. If Emma Perkins didn't want a synthetic organism made in her likeness, she shouldn't have sold her genetic material to a shady company for $200.
So, you're a robot?
An android from the future. Why do you think I'm so
Ah.
about becoming vegan? We all have to reduce our carbon footprint or we're fucked. I know that for a fact.
Another
And
twist.
If you want to know anything else about me or the future I come from, I'm an open book. If we're gonna make this marriage work, we have to trust each other. It might be hard sometimes. We might even have to kill a few more people. But I promise, no more secrets.
You're right, Emma. Which is why I have a confession to make.
What is it?
Is he also a
I'm
robot?
not the real Paul.
Oh.
Paul 23.
Oh, I knew it.
Revealing a 23 tattooed on his arm.
So you're an android too?
No, nothing like that. I'm a clone. They took some of Paul's spit from a coffee cup, and they've been mass producing him in the basement of CCRP for years.
What?
Hey, CCRP made me too.
Small world. I was grown with all of Paul's memories.
Wait, so where's the real
It seemed
Paul?
fair that he got to have this perfect life, and I was going to be shipped off to some secret mining colony on the moon. So I led a small rebellion, and we raised some hell. I escaped by killing the real Paul and taking his place.
You know, that could be a spin-off story.
We've hurt each other. We're murderers. But do you still love me?
I do.
And I will do anything to stay by your side.
I know you will.
So, how about that sexy surprise?
Oh yeah.
A
We'll get to
clone
that.
and a robot
It'll be like role
making
play.
out. Now I've seen everything.
But first first we gotta kill that homeless guy before he blows my cover.
Yes, ma'am. I love you, Emma Matthews.
I love you too, Paul Perkins.
They wrap their artificially engineered arms around each other and share a long, passionate kiss as the sun rises over the tiny town of Hatchetfield.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. I guess I'll start with this. The writing in this episode was absolutely genius. I mean, during the wedding when Emma was talking to Paul, how she had a secret, how she wasn't the real Emma, I had a feeling that would lead to something else. And when the two Emmas showed up, I was thinking dissociative identity disorder, multiversal doppelganger, wizard, but turns out she was a android for the future, just like the Terminator. In fact, the story was a perfect mix of Twilight and the Terminator. And my only complaint is that during the end, I really wish Paul saved the real Emma and not the robot Emma. That way the real Emma could get her life back. And the only two questions I have are, one, how did the homeless guy during the wedding know that she was an imposter? And two, it just seemed like convenient timing that the real Emma would show up again right after the wedding. But anyway, maybe that'll be cleared up in the future. And I also had a feeling that Paul would have something up his sleeve as well. I don't know why. And the fact that it was revealed towards the very end and I was still shocked, it just comes to show how brilliant the writing is. I mean, the writers for Team StarKid are absolutely genius, and they need to work on movies and TV shows because they would be very successful. And of course, everybody in the show did a fantastic job, but who stole the show the most was Lauren. I mean, the way that she conveyed all those emotions, the fact that she was happy crying during the wedding, scared later on, and then the way that she went back and forth between the two different Emmas like that, I mean, that is just, what she did was absolutely genius. Not a lot of people can pull off what she just did. And she was very convincing the way she did it as well. I mean, Lauren, if there's any small chance you're watching this, bravo, you did an excellent job. And I also gotta give credit to the pianist because the way he played the piano throughout the story during certain scenes, it was just absolutely perfect. And even though it wasn't really a stage show, it was obviously them reading scripts through Zoom. I mean, if it were still a stage show, it would have been still brilliant because that's what Team StarKid does. And I'm glad I decided to do this in two parts. That way I can focus on one story at a time. And if I did this after the next story, which I think is called Time Bastard, my memory wouldn't have been as fresh. And all that being said, as always, let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you for watching.